Hi, Dr. McGillum and Dave back at Greenwood Health Center. Today we're going to shift gears a little bit and talk about the plank exercise. Now the plank exercise has a couple of different tiers to it, so Dave's going to show us a few different variations to make it easier on each individual patient. Now the plank exercise is not only good to help strengthen and stabilize the core, but it's also going to help strengthen the shoulders, mid-back, and low back area.
So I'll take you through a couple of different variations we can do. There's a couple of different tiers to this exercise, so we're going to start fairly basic and work our way up from there. The first variation we're going to do is a plank out on your elbows. So you want to get on the floor for this. When you put your elbows out, make sure they're right underneath your shoulders. Put your hands together, reach one foot back, reach the other foot back. And this is all it is. Just make sure that the core is completely activated. Pull that belly button in towards your spine to make sure that all your core muscles are totally activated, and hold it. Now one thing you can do to modify this a little bit is elevate it. So if you're feeling like you're in a little bit of pain or you're not quite as comfortable with this yet, you want to do it on some kind of a stable surface like a chair, or a desk, or a bench. You can do any one of those. So same thing, elbows right out here on that surface, right underneath your shoulders, reach one foot back, other foot, keep the core tight. Make sure you don't let it sag or anything like this. You don't want to hyperextend. You don't want to cheat by having your butt up in the air. Everything's in a straight line. Now once you start feeling a little more confident in yourself and your shoulder strength and your upper body strength is all there, you can take this up a level and go out on your hands in almost a push-up plank position. So instead of being out on your elbows, you want your hands and your wrists right underneath the elbows, right underneath the shoulders. Step one foot back, other foot back. Hold everything in a straight line. Again, don't let this fall. Don't cheat. Everything in a nice straight line. Next, we're going to work a little bit more on the side. This is a little bit more advanced, so take it easy at first. Make sure you're going through the progressions properly. So basically, instead of on both elbows, just start out on your side like this. Put one elbow down, make sure that elbow is right underneath your shoulder. Feet stacked on top of each other. Lift the hips up. I like to have my hand on my hip. If you like to stretch out over the head, you can to get a little bit of shoulder stretching in. So one thing we like to do here in the office is do a lot of work on an unstable surface. So what I'll do next is show you just about the most advanced version of this plank that we have, and that's on top of a stability ball. Everything remains the same as far as where your hands and elbows and shoulders are. It just adds a lot more stability and extra balance training in when you're doing something on an unstable surface. And if you're doing it on a ball, we'll like to rock back and forth a little bit. Really stabilize those shoulders, tighten the core.
So Dave was able to show us a couple of different variations to the plank exercise to help incorporate different muscle groups, which will help strengthen and stabilize the entire spine. Make sure you check back with us regularly, as we'll be putting up new videos each week for you to learn more.